Combustion.
Straight on the rocks, kids. That's how you do it.
It is what it is. It's how it is. We're back.
Well, we're back.
With another one.
A lot of shit's fucking happened. A lot of fucking scumbaggery going on out there.
A bunch of cheaters.
Cheaters. Well, not even that. Just dirty fucking players. You know, I think horrible Thursday night game, I want to add. You know, not that I was watching much because, you know,
Yeah.
Porzingis was back in the Garden, but we'll talk about that later. I think the only thing we had to take away from Thursday Night Football last night, obviously, Browns, not bad at home, but more importantly, Myles Garrett, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude.
We're talking about a great defensive player.
Mad respect for swinging that helmet. Honestly.
Dude, does he get respect for standing his ground in a sense? I mean, I think what he did was wrong.
Oh, yeah, it was
sure.
wrong. He's definitely going to get suspended and fined, as he should.
People with the whole, like, assault with a deadly weapon shit.
This is a man's sport. And another man tried to take off his helmet. And
we don't know what was said.
We don't know what was said.
Maybe he brought his mama into it.
Who knows?
Would you not swing a helmet for your mama?
Mason Rudolph, just saying, sounds like he might have.
Have you seen his face? I'd punch him.
He looks like a little twerp, you know?
Hey, he sounds like a shit talker.
Yeah.
Mason.
Yeah, exactly.
Mason Rudolph.
Give me your helmet, and then
he's such a little bitch. He tried to rip fucking Myles Garrett's helmet off, and Myles Garrett was like, "What, motherfucker?" and ripped his helmet off with ease. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you know, as they should have, the Steelers lineman came to his defense. Mm-hmm. But then Mason Rudolph came back and kept chirping. Mm-hmm. Now, even though all this happened, I would hope Myles Garrett would have just, you know, given him this little left jab. Yeah. You know, sneak that hand in and clack him in the face. But recklessly, I understand, too. Heat of the moment. You don't know what was going through his head. Again, these are professional athletes. They're fucking coming on a win. They're trying to rally their season. You know, the Browns, they're clearly going to win this game. That's what makes it the worst part.
Right, yeah.
It's like you have this game wrapped up. You're up 2 touchdowns, and you just go, I get it, all this shit's happening, but then he made the worst mistake, and he swung that helmet, and he connected.
Dude, all I want to know,
I
want to know in Mason Rudolph's head, where he's, like, running around his, like, linemen to get back at him, where does he think his helmet is? And then all of a sudden,
I think there's no way he thinks that he still has it.
Yeah.
And nobody thinks he's about to swing that. Like, when I heard all the announcers, like, because, you know, everybody's been replaying all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, some of them, you know, Joe Buck, I remember, like, just the call on the game, like, they didn't really, they were just like, oh, man, something's going down. When the whole tussle started, they weren't really talking about it. And it wasn't until he fucking swung with the helmet when they were like, oh, whoa, what's happening? Oh, it was good. But it was bad.
And then the one Browns player then pushed Mason to the ground during
that was it.
The lineman scuffle. I just, you know, it's a football. It's a really aggressive game.
Suspension's got to be dealt out.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying suspension's 100%. But, like, it's a violent game. Like, people make this a big deal when coaches had hit lists on players to hurt them.
I mean, that's what I was saying before, too. This
is a personal beef between 2 players.
Is swinging the helmet say this is his, you know, he's young. This is his 3rd season in the league. Is swinging your helmet and hitting someone once as bad as someone like Vontaze Burfict, who like repeatedly targeted players with head-to-head contact, and time after time would hurt people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Intentionally. So it's like, is that worse than Myles Garrett having a poor reaction to what was going on in his situation?
I don't believe so. Like, he made a bad decision. He's going to get suspended for the rest of the season without pay. I think he had 10 games suspension.
That's what I'm saying, though. His suspension, they're comparing it to everybody thinks he's going to get what Vontaze Burfict got.
Right, which I think is...
He got suspended indefinitely, which almost always means a season. It means 16 games.
Right. I think Vontaze Burfict, the hit he did, his last hit wasn't as bad as his other offenses.
True.
But just because the
because
compilation
of the other defenses.
and him gloating when he's going off the field and
horrible.
showboating, that's why he got the suspension he did. Now, I do believe that suspension would match what Myles Garrett got, just because it's like, even though his history isn't there of like, yeah, he's had a couple dirty hits, but like in the sense of
Myles
like,
Garrett?
yeah.
I mean, I get,
but it's football. It's football. Again,
he's
it's a
never done
violent
anything
sport.
like that.
It's a violent sport. Like, if the ref doesn't see it, it's fair game.
I would say the reason I understand why he's getting suspended for indefinitely whatever is because it is some unprecedented shit. Like, there's scuffles, there's crazy shit that happens, but to not only, like, ripping his helmet off, whatever, you know what I mean? It could have been, if it just that it happened, nobody's getting suspended. But the fact that he swung that helmet and cracked him in the top of the head, that's a bad look.
It is bad.
Because it's one thing to hit, and that's the thing with Burfitt. Like, he hits head-to-head, which is horrible. That's what they're trying to get out of football. But when you just hit someone, like, no helmet on with a helmet, that's a bad look.
It's a huge bad look. He should be suspended. But like I said, like, this was a tussle that started on the ground. And then Mason Rudolph had to get back and fucking try and point his finger at Myles Garrett, and he was just like, "Nah, motherfucker." You know what's even worse than, like, in my head, I'm just like, this is football. Like, can you imagine if you tried to fuck with Myles Garrett outside of football and he ripped your fucking helmet off?
Yeah, but then you'd be in prison.
No, but that's the point. It's like, imagine if, like, that's a terrifying person to be around. He's 6'2", 6'3", 270
What you're
pounds.
saying is, who the fuck is Mason Rudolph?
He's like to me, it was like a Game of Thrones scene where the Mountain just rips a guy's helmet off. He's just like, "Give me your helmet." And he's like, "Give me your head." He's like, "Kill you with your helmet." Like, I thought it was just fucking hilarious. I mean, yeah, unprecedented, whatever. It's football. I can stand to see a little bit more violence.
I don't know. They want that out of sports, and which I agree with. Like, you like it as a fan, but like, think of it from a player standpoint. You don't want people targeting you. You don't want to get hurt.
I understand.
It's the same thing with hockey. Like, yeah, I love a good hockey fight, but at the same time, I fucking hate goons. I hate those worthless sack of shit hockey players who are nothing better than the fucking hands they can throw for their team. Like, yes, I mean, I guess you need an enforcer. But if you're not even that great of a hockey player, but you're just there to beat the shit out of somebody, it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here, hit the road. Like,
but this is what I'm talking about. Like, people who fucking had hit lists out on players got less of a suspension. Like, coaches got less of a fine.
What? Those people got pretty fucked.
I mean, but not as like,
they got suspended for. Some of them can't coach anymore.
Oh right, there was that.
Yeah.
There was like 2 of them, right? That can't coach anymore.
I don't know. They just fired everybody, made them all. Left him for a year.
I'm saying, like, that's a lot worse in my eyes.
That's what I'm saying too. Is like,
than on the field fighting.
That's horrible to compare it to, but it's the only thing I can think of right now is like murder. There's different degrees of it, so it's like there's different degrees of like how you're trying to hurt a player. Like, I don't think Myles Garrett was going into this game planning to hurt somebody, whereas you're saying it's worse to go in and intentionally try to hurt.
I don't think any football player can say they weren't trying to hurt the other person in front of them. True. This is a full contact sport. These are 300-pound men trying to move other 300-pound men. There's no non-violent way to do that.
This really brings me, this whole thing, you know what it sounds exactly like?
What?
Houston Astros. That brings me right to this topic. You know, little sidebar we have to address.
First of all, how does it bring you to this topic? Because it's not like it's cheating.
It's this, how... What is it?
Fighting.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not cheating, but, like, how do you fine it? And, like, how does it stand to, like, the standards of what's happened before? And how does it compare? Like, I know me and Jeff have obviously talked, like, because I think still, like, what the White Sox did in 1919 is worse. Because it's like you cheated to lose the World Series. Whereas at least Houston was cheating to win. But it's still horrible. They're both terrible.
Yeah, but what were you going to do back in 1919 when a mob boss goes up to you and he's like, you're going to lose? Like, no, I'm not.
No, you're not. Yeah, that's so true.
You know what I mean?
Well, you don't even need a silencer because you got to think it's 1919. Actually, it's more like Tommy gun.
And then just the sound of money, like paying people.
You're getting choked in the back of a brothel.
Yeah.
It's like a scene from The Godfather, you know?
So in 1919, I understand that. Like, what is anyone gonna do?
Exactly. No one's gonna help you.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah. Okay. True. So this is horrible. This is unprecedented.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, dude. I've seen the videos. It's pretty fucking bad. I don't know how anyone didn't notice. Although I guess players notice. And players have been complaining. Managers have been complaining. And I know Aaron Boone in the playoffs, he complained about the Astros whistling for off-speed pitches. And that's a big thing is, what's his name? AJ Hinch, the manager for the Astros, you know, he kind of like laughed about it and was like, oh, if I knew that was what would get to the Yankees, I would have done it back in spring training or some shit like that. But it just goes to show like how arrogant they are about it. Because those guys talk like they're the best every year.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you just look at the numbers, you know that with like the last 3 years, they've been cheating. Like they literally went from, you know, always about like somewhere between 18 and 14 in strikeout percentages, 14th in the league, you know. In the last 3 years, you know what they were? First, second, and then first again this year in strikeout percentages. That's fucking insane. Wow. That jump and to hold those top things and for them to be like, oh, we haven't been cheating.
Well, even in the 2017 playoffs with the Yankees, every home game that the Yankees had, they blew them out.
Exactly.
And then all the road games for the Yankees, it was like, all like one hit games. Like, that's crazy. Those games were decided by one bat when you were cheating. And when you didn't have your high def cameras transmitting your signal to your dugout, you got blown out by the Yankees. Like, come on. Like, but the thing about this cheating thing is like, yeah, you can stop it like in this sense, but what stops like a fucking manager paying like a friend to sit in the stand?
Like, dude, just listen to this. Home versus away for the Astros this year. They were 60-21 at home. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. It means they basically won 75% of their games at home. On the road, 47-34. It's a fucking 13-game swing. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but in baseball, that kind of is a lot. Like, you're talking, you're going from a 75% win at home to about 60?
Right. But what what I was saying before is like,
terrible, but
what stops the cheating? Like the suspensions, the fining, yeah. But what stops a coach from getting like their boy to sit in the stand with binoculars, you know, down the middle and look at someone with a fucking radio and transmit?
What do you mean? If it was someone in the crowd, fans would notice. People would notice. Someone would say something. There's no way you're getting away with that for 80 games at home. Especially with baseball. Like, dude, you're talking about some hardcore fans.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, think about how the whole reason Houston got caught. One of the people who used to play for the team snitched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a former pitcher. Because he didn't think it was right what they were doing, and then a couple other people stepped up and also, like, corroborated what he was saying.
So you think the whole team should be fined because the whole team is...
That's the whole problem with the situation. And that's why I was saying it's like the Myles Garrett thing, because it's like, in some situations, something looks worse. But it's like, here, what do? You're talking about a whole team. Everybody knew about it. Yeah. Everybody involved knew about it. And it's like, well, who gets in trouble? Because think about someone, like, random people could be, like, does the manager know? You would think he would know. And if he was being so arrogant about it, should he get suspended bigger than some people? Because he's the head of the team? You would think he should be, like, banned from baseball. That's pretty big cheating scandal. This is the first time... I mean, the Red Sox kind of got caught when they got caught using the Apple Watches, like stealing signs. But it's like, that's one thing because it's way – you can't send signals that fast. Whereas, like, if you're watching, like, someone and you have a TV screen in front of you and you see the catcher signals and you're doing something like banging on a trash can or whistling, it's an instant signal of that an off-speed pitch is coming.
Right. I think it's fair in the sense of if someone on the field sees it. Like if you're sitting at second base and the runner sees the hand signals.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Players
fair.
do that all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
if a dugout, if you're on the field, like, you know, they always are looking from the dugout and shit like that. And that goes back to, like, the catcher should know how to cover his signs and put his hand in a place where, you know, if the person's on second, they can't see it. If the person's on first or third, they can't really see it.
Right.
Tuck in the sign, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. So it's like, I don't know. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And according, a lot of people are saying like MLB's not taking this lightly. They're gonna bring down the hammer on these dudes.
I hope they do, because they get paid extra for being in the World Series, endorsement deals, and the rest of it.
And it's not even that. I mean, to me, what's the offensive thing about it is just the fact that there is no way the entire team didn't know about this.
Right. They were saying the fucking TV was was in the dugout hallway.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So people walked by it.
No, it's not even that. Like they would see the signal on the TV, and like you've heard the trash can shit.
Yeah, I listened
they would
to
just
a whole
hit
clip
the trash can.
And the whistling.
I've seen so many. The whistling, and it's like once the pitchers change their signs up, you don't hear the whistling anymore. You don't hear the trash can anymore. And apparently, the latest thing I saw, which was just yesterday, that was the first I read about it, was apparently there's new allegations that since people were catching on to the trash can and then they went to the whistling, back and forth, whatever the fuck they were doing. After that, they got someone like just watching the game, and they would tell someone in the bullpen what the signal was or what the sign was for the pitch, and then people in the bullpen would either like put their hands on the fence and take their hands off to tell them if it was off speed or not.
Right. So
everyone,
literally everyone knew.
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
on the team knew.
But what the problem is it's like it's one thing to send signals on the field. You know what I mean? Like steal them through the field and like
it's
tell your
simple.
players somehow and communicate it. You know what I mean? Like say you're in the dugout and you see it, or you're the third base coach and you're like signaling to the guy at home, like what to do and what's coming. That's one thing. But when you're using electronics, and there's no other way to explain it other than electronics because of how fast it happens. Yeah. Because it's like someone puts their signals down so fast, you have to have electronic. Someone has to be watching what the signal is, and then have something where they can communicate it to the person at bat immediately.
Yeah, I think that's
either through a sound or they communicate it to the bullpen who makes a movement, and that's.
I think there's obviously going to be people who flip on this and snitch, but I think you watch all 100 and whatever games the Astros play in the last X amount of years, and look at every camera angle.
Last 3 years. You know how many games it would be?
What? Yeah, 300, 400 something.
About 486.
MLB got people to pay.
Or wait, no, it'd be more than that, right? No, 486. Yeah.
MLB got people to pay. You just look at the dugouts every pitch. And
plus postseason.
And just see how many times these people did it. Like,
are you kidding me? They don't have cameras on the dugout like that, do they? You're probably right. What? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, dude, who knows? They're gonna do a deep investigation.
For that one fucking what was it? I want to say the Cardinals. Oh no, some team in the MLB.
I think it was the Cardinals.
In the red, where the one guy said something to his coach and then he was about to fucking fight him and everyone was holding him back.
Oh yeah, they had all that footage.
They had every angle of fucking that dugout. You're telling me?
Who was that? Oh shit. Yeah,
you remember that? Yeah, you remember? And it's just they had every angle of that. So there's
no. The Phillies. It might have been Bryce Harper.
Yeah, you might. It wasn't Bryce Harper, but it was definitely the Phillies.
Something like that, though.
Yeah, so I just think it's like they definitely have the footage, and there's definitely I think everyone who was involved should get a suspension or a fine. And not one of these bullshit fines. Like, take some money. Like, these people are fucking millionaires. Like,
oh yeah,
take some fucking money.
That's like the fucking thing with all of it. It's like they hardly ever get fined shit. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like NBA, like you talk out or something, they fine you $25,000 or like $50,000. Fuck, even if they fine you $250,000, that is a lot of money. But it's like, come on, what is that?
Yeah, well, it depends to which player.
Yeah. If you're a top tier player,
if you're LeBron James, you're just like, what's
shit, what? That's still like a lot of your money. If you're making $30,000, that's still like. But
what are you getting
5%?
What are you getting fined $250,000 for?
Bullshit.
You know who I feel
speaking against refs usually is what you get fined for.
You know what I find hilarious is just all the fines Doc Rivers has gotten over this last couple of years. Over this last year, talking about Kawhi Leonard twice. Oh my god,
dude!
Lying about his health status.
Austin Rivers getting him teched out of the game. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was hilarious.
We'll get to that later though.
Yeah,
we don't need to be bouncing around. Which makes me think. Let's talk about some other games in football. I just wanted to touch on the baseball real quick.
Right.
Because I thought those two were pretty similar situations of what do you do? What is the punishment? There's not a lot there.
Right.
Because not many people have cheated using electronics, and not many people have smacked quarterbacks in the head with helmets.
The quarterback with the helmet is correct, but we don't know how many people.
If Tom Brady got hit in the head with that helmet, it would have been your career was over.
Yeah. But the electronics thing is like the Astros are the first team to get caught. You know what I mean?
True.
You know how many teams are doing it? Yeah. They can't be the only team. They can't be the only team.
I think they are, because something like that. Teams have been complaining about it for a while. Is the thing.
Yeah. Because they were arrogant, like you said.
They started doing it in 2017.
Yeah, like you said, they were being arrogant about it.
Yeah.
Other teams, so that's what I'm saying. Like other teams were complaining because the arrogance factor.
I think too, like when they got caught doing the trash can, they thought like whistling. You can't really put whistling towards them because like, you know, it could be from the crowd or whatever. But it's just the consistency
of where it came from.
Of like they put down the signal for an off-speed pitch, and just like whistle right away.
Yeah.
Only when that happens. And there's the video of them playing the White Sox where the White Sox change their fucking signals. You know, he calls the catcher up and he's like, they know where I'm throwing. We're changing everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure there's some stat where it was like the Astros were getting like over 70% of their runs scored in like the first 2 or 3 innings before pitchers would change their signals up. So that's also a big, like all the numbers just point to that in the last few years they've been cheating.
Right. I think
between their strikeout averages, how you do in the beginnings of games, their fucking play at home compared to their play at road.
Toronto was accused a couple times of cheating when they hit their back-to-back.
Everybody cheats.
Yeah.
It's just like to what degree? It's like when they got caught doing steroids. Everybody was doing steroids.
That was the stupidest thing. Took so much taxpayer dollars for nothing.
The fact that went to Congress is fucking insane, dude.
Hysterical, because now you look at the people
and
it's
like... What does the government need to get in that for? Like,
steroids.
The fact that the baseball MLB even tried to act like they didn't know people were doing steroids. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. These dudes all literally went like, you could look at baseball players.
They all went to the same doctor.
Not even that. It's like look at baseball players like before the 90s.
Yeah.
And then look at baseball players after the 90s. It's like they went from like these scrawny, you know, very in shape dudes who could hit. Some of them were big, jacked.
Yeah.
But then they went to just what up, dude? What up, dude? It's like when Brian Braun got caught. Everybody was like, "Oh, I think he's innocent." And I was like, "Dude, no way." I was like, "Look at the size of his head." I was like, "And this is his shoulders." I was like, "Doesn't add up."
There's a couple people
doesn't add up.
There's a couple people that like
some people have that build.
When you have the sniff test, Aaron Judge has that build. Where it's
exactly.
Like, it's like, but you
Dwight
can't.
Howard.
Yeah, Dwight Howard has that build.
You know what I mean? I always said, like, he's got a small head, but you can tell by the way he looks. He's not on steroids. He doesn't look too big.
Right.
He looks big for his frame.
Right.
Those dudes who are on juice, they look like they're just full. They look thick.
Well, now that they juice the ball and stuff like that in baseball, you don't need to do juice.
Exactly. They're juicing it themselves, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Let's talk about football. I really want to talk about Monday night. I'm sorry.
Monday? You want to lead with Monday?
Oh, we're working backwards now.
Chiefs Chargers, baby.
No. Not this Monday. Last Monday.
What was last Monday's game?
The Seahawks 49ers.
Oh, what a game.
Dude, that's literally one of the best games I've seen in such a long time.
What was I saying, bro? Russell Wilson, dude. MVP, dude. Like, how can you fuck up that much? Both of them. Garoppolo throwing interceptions, Russell Wilson throwing interceptions, fumbles, and all that shit.
It was everything. Dude, that game had everything you could ever wanted.
And the
Shanks, the 49ers, how did that guy miss that kick? Because it was like he had the same kick to bring it to overtime. I mean, it was closer. I think it was like 43. And then 47, it was, you could just tell, couldn't take the pressure. It just got to him.
I thought the laces were facing the wrong way.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
That was last week. Remember? I don't remember what game, but laces out. They shanked a kick. He hit it so bad it had no chance from the beginning of the fucking flight.
Oh.
But that was a great game, and I really think it brings up a good point. Is Russell Wilson like the best quarterback right now?
Absolutely, 100%.
You think so?
Well,
I do too.
There's two of them. There's Russell Wilson. There's Lamar Jackson.
Shut up, no. Lamar Jackson can't throw like Russell Wilson can.
I'm not saying that. You're not listening. Two of the best quarterbacks in the league right now this season.
I will also say, I just want to say, Lamar Jackson's line isn't as bad as Russell Wilson's.
His line,
His O-line. I think the Seahawks have one of the worst offensive lines in the game. Their run game is trash because their O-line's trash. Russell Wilson's always getting shooken out of the pocket, and he makes it work.
He does make it work. Because
the 49ers had one of the best defenses going into this game, and he still won.
Russell Wilson. Go ahead.
He's like the Kemba Walker of football. Fourth quarter king. Clutch God. He's without a doubt, most clutch quarterback in the league.
And I don't.
That's all I'm gonna say,
And I do not disagree with you with any of what you said. I think because Russell Wilson's number one to me is because of his veteran status. Yeah. He has had good O-lines and he's had bad O-lines, and he's been able to work with both. He understands he can't sit in the pocket for as much time as he used to, and he has to get out fast.
Yeah.
Therefore, he's adapted to those circumstances. But when I put Lamar Jackson in there, it's just because that guy is just creative. Like, he can see plays
shakes and he bakes.
He shakes and he bakes, and he's not afraid to shake and bake. And it's like he's redefining the quarterback position. Like, Michael Vick did it first.
It's happened before. If he lasts more than 4 years, then he's redefining the position.
The reason I was saying Lamar Jackson's up there is because, like we said, shakes and bakes. He can get out of tough situations. He can make complicated throws, and he's a team guy. Like, I never heard him.
I will say, I think I've underrated him this year.
And he has a fantastic coach in Harbaugh. Like, if he wasn't under that coaching system, I don't think it works. Like, Harbaugh is letting Lamar Jackson make plays and make calls on his own. You know what I mean?
I think it's and
they trust each other.
To what you're saying, the Ravens are a very run-oriented team. Mm-hmm. So having a running quarterback helps them because it goes to their scheme. Their offensive line isn't bad. It's pretty good, actually. Mm-hmm. They run the ball very well. Their receivers are decent. They give them pocket time. You give them time to work. Mm-hmm. The reason I don't see them winning in the long run is their defense.
I 100% agree with you.
Which is why I don't like them this week, but we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, Jesus. How many things are we going to get to today,
well,
Connor?
I just want to talk about a couple more games from last week.
Okay.
Cowboys-Vikings, I think, was pretty big for the Eagles. That's it.
This is an irrelevant topic.
No, it's not.
Pats to the Super Bowl.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
All right. What's the next one?
I think that was pretty big. Cowboys and Eagles are tied again. They will play once again in Philadelphia. I still think the Eagles win that division. And the Steelers-Rams, I think you and me both were talking about that. I like the Steelers.
I was talking about it in the sense of...
I like them in the money line. Not the money line, the spread. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they won says it all.
I'm saying Mike Tomlin's just a better coach. Now, where the fuck was that this week? On Thursday? I was fucking chirping about?
Which goes back to what I was saying. Mike Tomlin isn't the better coach. The Rams just suck. They're not that good of a team.
Yeah, Sean McVay is
all their money into their defense, and their defense has not been producing.
They're paying their quarterback a ton of money.
That's not even true. They drafted Jared Goff.
Aren't they paying him like $19 million?
No. They're paying Ndamukong Suh, Aaron Darnold, fucking their cornerbacks, their linebackers, their defenses were almost all their money. They're paying Todd Gurley. Who isn't doing shit for them.
Todd Gurley's
fucking what's his name? Brandon Cooks isn't doing shit for them. Isn't doing shit for me and my fantasy team either because he's a piece of shit who always gets hurt. Concussion, go ahead. Shut the fuck up. Pull it together. You need more whiskey? Let me know. Yeah. Anything else surprising last week? I did think the Panthers would cover. Tough game. Tough loss. I think the snow killed them. The cold killed them.
You're not going to talk about the Saints losing?
Oh, my God, dude. Saints, you cost me another one. Basically, I'm done in my pick'em league. That's another thing. I'm done. Not basically. I'm definitely done. 2 losses in a row. First, the Browns fuck me. Now the Saints. Saints to the Falcons. What the fuck? But it goes back to what I was saying. You got to take those points. There's no way that the Saints were covering 12.5 points. Didn't make any sense. Especially a divisional game against someone like the Falcons. I could have understood 6.5. I don't even think they won by a touchdown, but they got shit on. So,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that was a weird one. Who would have seen that coming?
Are we moving on to
most
this
of the other games? Who gives a fuck? Ravens shit on them. The Titans.
I want the record.
Who saw the Chiefs fucking doing that?
I want the record to show that I had said Ravens plus 20 or minus 20.
He did, yeah. Even still, though, all I talked you down to was 17.5. I was like, dude, 17.5 isn't bad.
That is true.
Because whatever the odds were, I think it was still like basically plus 200. And I was like, dude, that's good odds, and that's a good amount of chance they're going to hit that.
No, you did, but better odds at plus.
I can't believe the Bills. I mean, the Bills, dude, right here. That's actually the one that broke my heart, was the Bills losing to the Browns. I don't even remember who their kicker is, but fuck that guy. You missed 2 field goals, bro. 2 field goals. I'm pretty sure one was like 39 yards. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You lost that game by 1 field goal. You missed 2, bro. If you had made one of them, it would have been going to OT. What the fuck?
Now the Browns are on a
They did push, though.
Now the Browns are
Bills were underdogs. They pushed, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Bullshit, though. Absolute bullshit.
The Browns are now on a 2-game winning streak.
Yeah, at home. And they have the new mascot. Because the one dog...
Died?
Bulldog. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he passed away.
So they were just like, new one.
Yeah, they did a new one against the Bills. Was the first time whatever the dog's name was came out. So that's why we should have bet on the Bills last night. They were talking about that.
You mean the Browns?
Browns. Sorry.
All right. Well, talking about the past is fun and all, but we're moving on to the future.
This week in football.
Dun, dun. All right, here we are.
Another week, another time.
Another week, another time.
We got some pretty. I think my parlay is pretty fucking fire. But let's start off with the first game: Bills Dolphins.
Okay, let me hold on.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. We're gonna be here till 10:30 at night. At night. Ooh.
All right, let's get it started. Bills Dolphins.
Bills Dolphins. I hate to say it, but I haven't been impressed with the Bills lately. Really haven't. That loss last week, like we were literally just talking about against the Browns. Kicker's not doing good. Their offense is atrocious. Very so bad. I like the Dolphins plus 6.5. I almost would say take them on the money line. Take an alternate spread 3.5 if you can get it. Right now, personally, I can't get this, but take an alternate spread because I really think they have a good chance of winning.
I have Dolphins plus 6.5 as well, just because I don't think the Dolphins do as well as they did last week. You know, Fitzmagic is in, but I just don't think they win 3 in a row. I think the Bills really need this. You know.
I'm just gonna say I made a big change right there. I just changed in my parlay, just a little flash forward. Sorry to interrupt, but
I'm terrible at this. You sent yourself notes.
No, I know, but I just changed from Dolphins minus or plus 6.5 to plus 5.5, and it literally jumped me up plus 1,000. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. I had to interject.
Okay.
Sorry.
Vikings Denver.
I just don't even like this game. Everything about it, dude, it's just like one. You know what I mean when you see one of those games where you're just like, ugh. Like no matter what way you bet, even though you're like I don't want to bet that because I don't think it'll happen, but at the same time you look at the other thing and you're like, oh my god, that's how I feel about like the over on this game, and even the Broncos. Like I do think the 13.5 under will hit, but at the same time, I look at the over and I'm just like, it's only 13.5. This quarterback, we don't know much about him. What did he put up last week?
I think like 2-3 touchdowns.
Yeah, but he put up like 20, 21 points or so, right? Something like that. He's already fucked me once. Yeah. Who's to say he won't fuck me twice?
I just don't think they get it done this weekend at Vikings.
It's
like
really
the Vikings have been on a roll.
I hear you. I really do.
The Vikings have been shitting. You know, I think you take...
The defense is great.
I think you take Denver under 13.5 total points.
Take the under the whole game?
It's not 13.5.
I'm pretty sure we were looking at something about this, and we were both like, "Oh yeah, you take the under on the whole game."
It's 14.5.
Oh, I had 13.5, which I did not like at all.
I had it at 14.5, and I'm just saying take the under. I just don't think they get it done in the Viking Stadium this week.
Yeah,
And I just like that. And I was on Sports Hub this week. If you don't know what that is, Sports Hub, you go check them out.
Sports Hub, check them out. Great podcast.
Good people. I had my lock of the week as that as well. I said 13.5 because it was 13.5 at the time. It's now 14.5, and I like it even more.
Don't mind me.
Just pouring more whiskey. All right, Saints versus Bucks.
I mean, you and me were both talking about this. Saints redemption game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's another one. The spread, even though you would think, Saints just didn't do good, they're going to bounce back hard this week. It is in Tampa. And even though they put up a shitload of points usually against Tampa, Tampa's been scoring a lot lately, which is why I'm going with Tampa, or the whole game, the total over 50. I'm taking the over 50. I love it. I really like this a lot because I think this is going to be like a 60-point game total.
Yeah, I like that, but I also, like you said, I found an alternate spread that I really like. And I think the Saints are going to do it. I think the Saints lost last week in a fucking embarrassing fashion. And I think they come back this week.
That was fucking insane.
And I think they pile it on.
What the fuck, Drew Brees?
I think alternate spread, Saints -10.
Drew Brees did worse than Kirk Cousins last week on my fantasy.
I'm aware.
But I still won.
Saints
Doesn't matter.
Saints -10. All right.
Saints -10? Mm-hmm. Holy shit. What are you getting for odds on that?
Alternate spread, baby. I didn't write down the odds and I'm an idiot. So
are you kidding?
Give me a second.
Oh, my God. You need to look that up just because it's you're doubling the spread.
Yeah, well.
Sorry for talking about the mic, but I was hot.
No, I'm cold. I'm hot and I'm cold.
Shut the fuck up. Don't ever do that again. You singing fucking Katy Perry?
Yo, that's when Katy Perry was fire.
Fuck, she was never fire.
Get out of here.
Yeah, maybe when she's I Kissed
Kanye?
a Girl.
With Kanye?
Aliens?
Yeah.
Or what
was that? Don't know. That was a fire song. Through headphones only.
Headphones only.
You hear that in the car?
Headphones only.
It's not going to hit like it does through the headphones because Kanye is a dope producer. Anyways, the Saints -10 was +188.
Okay. That's pretty nice, but I still wouldn't take it. I would be more in a 7 range.
All right. Panthers at Falcons.
Panthers at Falcons.
Falcons at Panthers, sorry. Oh, no.
Texans-Ravens.
Texans-Ravens, my bad. You know what? Ravens -4. Take them on the spread.
You think so?
Oh, the Ravens got this, buddy.
Call me a little crazy. But I'm taking Texans money line.
I'm not offended by that.
I love it.
It's just their Texans defense have too many people out.
What do you mean, though? The Ravens defense sucks. The Texans have 3 good wide receivers, a decent running game, and Lamar Jackson. They've played some tough teams.
What do you mean Lamar Jackson? Leave this podcast.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right, you know what I'm saying. Deshaun Watson, whatever.
Yeah. Better than Jameis Winston. Because that's what I called him earlier. Anyways, yeah.
Are they whoa, they're coming off the bye week too.
Who, the Texans?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, I do feel like I benched. Because they played. The last team they played was the Jags.
Jags in London.
Yeah, and they're underdogs. Yeah. They're underdogs. And think about that. They've probably been on the East Coast. Oh wait, Baltimore's. I'm retarded for that. Oh wait, no.
Baltimore's on the East Coast.
Yeah. Houston. Yeah. Okay, I'm just all lost. Houston's winning this game. I don't give a fuck. I would even go as far to say is don't even take Houston on the money line. Take fucking Houston -2.5. I'm going to go that far to say they win by 3 points. They're winning this game. I'm so convinced of it.
I think that if the Ravens
can
lose
in my fucking soul
to anyone but
it's
anyone
this team.
And the Patriots, it's the Texans.
Exactly.
Well, and the Browns apparently.
That's what I'm saying. They've lost before. I think they caught the Patriots at a good time.
They did.
And what people didn't want to talk about was the Patriots hadn't played one legit team up until that point, whereas the Texans definitely have.
And the receiving
Texans have played the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They played the Colts when the Colts were killing it.
Mm-hmm.
They've played good teams, and the Pats hadn't played anybody, and no one wanted to. Everybody's like, oh, they got all these turnovers, best defense ever, but their run defense was like bottom 5 in the league. I think they were the second worst, actually.
Yeah, the Browns started making progress with Kupp just running the ball.
Dude, exactly. The Browns game, if it wasn't for the turnovers, which were atrocious, they could have been right in there. And they ran the ball all over the Pats. The Pats can't stop the run, and the Ravens just took that right to them, and that's what the Ravens are. A running team. So it made sense that they beat the Pats. And that was a close game still. That was a great game. Fun game to watch.
Yeah. And I think, like I said that week, I think if anyone could beat the Pats, it was the Ravens. And the Ravens did their job. Now, the Texans coming off a bye week is encouraging. But I just don't think – I think momentum in the NFL has a lot to do with everything.
I mean, that's what happened to the Saints last week.
I think
they took too much time off.
Right.
It's the time-old question. Rest versus rust. Are you getting rested or are you getting rusty?
And that's the question we're going to ask the Texans this week.
Texans are young. They're guns.
I think they've put it together a couple times. They almost lost to the Bucs the other week.
You give Deshaun Watson and that offense time to rest, they're going to kill it. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be fresh. Culler's going to be fresh. Carlos Hyde's a little older. That extra week's going to give him his legs back. I can't think of the other running back's name. He's going to be fresh. Deshaun Watson's going to be moving. And I think the Ravens, they walked through that game, but there's some times where I always say too much offense wears you down.
Yeah.
When you're scoring that much, that means you were moving a lot, which means you're tired.
Panthers at Falcons. Falcons at Panthers did it again.
Yeah.
Well, I got the Panthers alternate spread -7. I think the Panthers come in this week with MVP candidate.
Daniel Jones.
No.
Fuck.
Get out.
This is what we do every fucking
This is Kyle Allen. And then
so we do every fucking
and
time.
then they're running their running back.
Oh, Christian McCaffrey. Nasty.
Yeah. White Jesus.
What were we talking? What were you saying before? You had some number like AFC or NFC South teams on the road have won like 6 or 7 of their last 8 games. Well, and the over has hit many times in this. I mean, me.
Let me hit this off with. I think you take alternate spread. You take the Panthers -7. Like I was saying before, I think the Panthers have a lot to prove.
-7. No way. If anything, you go with the Falcons, bro. You're crazy.
Nope. I think the Panthers
You're tripping.
The Panthers have a lot to.
You're tripping over your own shoelaces.
Have a lot to prove this week. Christian McCaffrey is going to go the fuck off. Kyle Allen is going to go the fuck off, and they're going to put up points.
After a loss like that on the road to the Packers, I feel like this is where the veteran team, the Falcons, who just came off a fucking big win. That's a big win beating the Saints.
100%.
You got energy, bro. That was on the road. You're still on the road against another divisional team. This is where you start shit pumping.
And you know who you know who's good at choking?
The Falcons.
Matt Ryan.
Oh, so true.
So the stat you were looking for
to play it safe, hold on.
So the stat you were looking for is 8 of the last 9 games between the NFC South teams have been won by the road team, which would be the Falcons.
Yeah, exactly. What I really would take is the over in this game. I think this is going to be a score. I think this is going to be a big one. I do think the Falcons win, so ride with them. But I think there's a shootout. I think there's a lot of points scored. The over's only 49, which is a bit. It is a bit, But a 27-24 game would just barely get it to you.
I'm going to disagree with you on so many things. Take the fucking Panthers alternate spread -7 and take the fucking under.
My God.
Take the under.
Wow. We're at a big disagreement here, but we'll keep moving.
We'll move on.
Cowboys Lions. I don't even know what to think about this game. Do you have any thoughts? I say forget about it.
This is my cry in the shower pick of the week.
Because if it doesn't hit, you're going to be sobbing.
Because the Detroit Lions have broken my heart so many times and broken my parlay. But I love Matt Stafford. Woo! I want to see Matt Stafford with 3 Super Bowl rings.
Hold on. Bullshit. I'm just going to take it back, way back, to beginning of the season when we were doing our top 10 quarterbacks. And I caught all the flack because I said Matt Stafford was top 10, which he's clearly proven he was. And you definitely gave me hate for it.
Actually, if you run that back,
Or was that DK?
I put Matt Stafford in the top 10.
That was DK.
So you are mistaken.
I apologize.
So you are mistaken.
I just remember I got roped into defending Matt Ryan, and then I realized later on that I just wanted to defend Matt Stafford.
I love Matt Ryan. I want to see him with 3 Super Bowl rings.
You want to see Matt Stafford with Super Bowl rings.
Oh, sorry. Not Matt Ryan.
He doesn't know who he's talking about.
Well, you keep interrupting me, so it's hard to keep fucking track of anything. Well, I'd like to see Matt Stafford with 3 Super Bowl rings. So this is my cry in the shower pick of the week. Take the Lions. You've broken my heart before, but I don't think you break my heart this week.
I can't argue
because I love you.
I can't argue with him because I don't know which direction to take in this game. And then we got Jags Colts.
Mm-hmm. I think that's
a game. I just don't like it.
I just think it's an under party. Like, I don't think they score a lot. Under 43 and a half, I think that's easy. I think Jacoby Brissett coming off an injury, even though it's a minor one.
2 defensive teams.
They lost embarrassingly against the Dolphins. They're just not they've beaten their last couple. It does
seem to me like a fucking 21-13 game.
Yeah, the Colts have only beaten the last couple teams by a couple points every time. Like, they barely hang on every time.
Do you think you take the Jags plus 2.5 then? That's it. This is one of those games where it's hard because it's like that money line is spot on.
Is Nick Foles in or is it Minshew again?
I think it's Minshew. That's a good point. I don't even know that.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out later on.
If it's Minshew,
this is another game.
I'm bailing.
This next game too, I don't like either. Jets Redskins.
Yeah, I don't have anything. That's a dumpster fire.
That's a dumpster fire. I think the Jets have looked awful the past 4 weeks.
But Dwayne Haskins is starting for the Redskins.
No, that's what I'm saying. He hasn't looked good either. He's played for 3 weeks in a row. He hasn't looked good. Neither of them look good. These teams suck.
Yeah.
You think I give the edge? I understand the edge being to the Redskins because it's a home game, but I don't like it. Let's move on. 49ers Cardinals. Cardinals plus 9.5. I mean, come on. That's a fucking layup. I mean, what makes you think the 49ers are winning by 10 points? They haven't done that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get it's in San Francisco, but even still, 10 points is a lot. The Cardinals have proved that they can score points. I like the over in this game, too, because it's only 44.5. I could understand even... I would take the Cardinals' money line just for the points, but it's on the road, so I don't like it. It is plus 350, which is nice. They played them close last game, but that was Thursday night, so anything can happen. But it also a divisional game. Falcons-Saints proved anything can happen in a divisional game, but I would say just stick with the money line. The spread. I'm sorry. Stick with the spread here. Plus 9.5 is so easy. Maybe even take plus 7.5. They lose. I could see the Cardinals losing by a touchdown, but no more than that. Probably less than that. So maybe you take an alternative spread, get some plus odds.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the 49ers win this pretty easily. I don't think Kyle Shanahan goes back on a week and then looks at it and loses by 3 after losing to Russell Wilson.
Okay, loses by 3, but 9.5?
What I'm saying is the week before, they lost by 3. Or they won by 3.
Yeah.
And then they lose to the Seahawks in overtime. I don't think you come back and lose to a team you've already beaten by 3. I think you beat them by more. But I do think...
I agree.
I do think I like Kyler Murray. I like everything he does. And I think that this week, you take Arizona first half. I think they win the first half. That's plus 260. I think they win the first half. I think they come out strong in the first quarter. I think they hold defense in the second quarter. I think they might win by 3 points in the first half, but I think they hold on.
So I think that's what you're proving to me, to my point, though, is take them on the spread. Cardinals.
Might have a point, but moving on. Pats Eagles.
I mean, that is the point. You take the Cardinals on the spread.
Pats Eagles, you already know what it is, baby. Pats money
Eagles,
line.
baby. Me and my boy, we made a bet right here. I just want to put that out there. We made a bet. We'll shake on it right here. Eagles plus 4. I love them. I love it. So
Patriots minus 4. I love it.
We're taking the spread. Gentleman's bet.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big one.
Could pay off some of my debts because I owe Connor money.
Exactly. You need this because I would hate for you to owe me more than you do.
Yeah.
And this is the first time they've played again in the regular season since the Eagles beat them in the Super Bowl, as we all remember. Great game. Some would say the best game ever played in the football and any football field ever. I think so.
Mm-hmm. Well,
greatest football game ever.
Here's the thing. Pats had a bye week.
So did the Eagles.
But the Pats lost the week before.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are coming out to lose this week.
Normally, I love the Eagles off a bye week because they're a great off bye week team historically. But with how suspect their secondary is, I just can't. It's hard to believe that they're going to do good against the Patriots when the Patriots have 2 weeks to dissect the Eagles' defense apart.
The Patriots' defense.
But the Patriots' offense hasn't looked great.
They haven't looked great, but the Patriots' defense has looked outstanding. If the Eagles
want to win, they need to
run the ball. But they're not going to.
Run.
They're gonna let some rip, and we're gonna get some picks.
Let me tell you one place where I think the Eagles were not even the run game where they need to make it up. It's the rushing game. The defensive rushing game for the Eagles. That's where you get the Pats, really, is you give Brady no time. Because if you give Brady time, he can do anything. Mm-hmm. He's one of the greatest ever. He'll dice you. He'll slice you. He'll mince you. He'll split you. Mm-hmm. He'll move you all around. But if you rush him, you don't give him time to throw, you don't give him time to think, that's when they have problems. You stop their run game, that's when they have problems. Mm-hmm. Things like that. And that's what the Eagles can do. Where the Eagles suck is long distance. Mm-hmm. Then we got the worst game of the week. Raiders, Bengals. Is it another one? I don't know. 11.5.
I would take that flat out. Like, this is if you're talking about a game I would bet that, and I would take Cincinnati on the money line. Yeah. Like, they have to win one, right? Just one. Like,
no way. Don't bet them. They're in Oakland. They're traveling all the way out west, but it's like 11.5 points is a lot. Like, if you really don't know, just bet it. Like, I could see Oakland winning by, 8, 9, but, 11.5 is so many. Will they probably do it? Yes. Would I bet it? No.
Just sprinkle $10 on this game. Like, Cincinnati has to win one.
What I would say is...
They have to win one. Just bet Cincinnati the rest of the season. They have to win one.
Take the under on the Oakland total points. The Oakland total points is 29.5. I really don't think they scored that much.
All right, well...
That's all I have to say about the game. I really don't like it.
Moving on to Monday Night Football. Chiefs, Chargers. Who do you got, bud?
It's Sunday Night Football.
No, it's Monday.
Are you sure?
100%.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Monday at 8:15. Chiefs, Chargers.
Okay.
So.
Who's the Sunday night game?
Rams, Bears.
Oh, that's even uglier.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that at all. Don't take either.
I don't want to talk about that at all.
Yeah, it says it's a bad game.
So we moved to the Bears money line, dude. I really don't. The Rams offense is so bad. The Bears defense is decent.
It's not happening.
Take the under. I don't even know what it is, but just take it.
Under 39.5.
Dead. Oh no, 39.5. Oh, that's tough. Take it still. Literally, the Bears score fucking 10 points. The Rams score 16. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a shit fest.
Yeah. Well, Chiefs Chargers, like we were saying before you got distracted again.
Oh, that's what you looking at? I don't have their odds. I don't have the odds coming up.
Odds are so the spread's 4. Over
Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Point total is 51.5.
What's the Chiefs' individual total? That's all I want to know.
Chiefs individual total?
It's probably 27.5, right?
27.5.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm telling you, this goes back to me saying I should be a fucking bookie.
So what are you thinking?
I like the under. I like the under on the Chiefs total. I like the under on the game. I like the under. That's really what I like.
I like the under.
I don't like either of these teams right now.
Under 51.5.
Me too. I like the under.
Chargers have lost their last seven primetime games at night.
But they've been playing good defense, and that's why what makes me think they'll lose. But they won't lose by a lot. They probably cover the spread.
Misquoted that stat. Chargers have lost the last 7 night games, and they've lost the first quarter in the last 7 games as well.
Go against. Get the Chiefs in the first quarter.
That's the Chargers.
Yeah, you'll go against the Chargers in the first quarter.
I'm taking the Chargers in the first quarter.
Oh, because you think they're due?
Yeah, plus 205, baby.
I don't know, man. Either way, I would say take the under in that game. I really think the under hits.
Okay, well, that's
for me, yeah.
That's all for Sunday night games. And now it's time.
Hit the parlays.
It's time for that part of the week.
We're gonna
take our time.
Yeah.
To make a prayer.
Let's let them know first what we're each giving them. Because, we agree on a lot, but for what we put the money on, this is what we put the money on.
Go first.
All right, so here's my parlay. It's a 6-way. Lucky. Well, I always like to go 6 because that's my lucky number. Let's let it run. I got the Saints-Bucks total over 50. The Texans at the Ravens. I'm taking Texans money line. Then I'm taking Falcons-Panthers over 49.5. Love that bet. Cardinals 49ers, Cardinals plus 9.5. I also love that one. I don't know what that was, but whatever. Pats, Philadelphia over 45. And then we're taking the Bills, Dolphins plus 5.5. These are all pretty solid. I don't think anything's crazy. And we're getting what? Plus 8,880 odds. Anytime I see fucking 3 numbers together like that, I always take it. $10 will get you fucking 800. And fucking $88, you're going to be swimming, you're going to be living, you're going to be feeling nice. What do you got going?
There's a famous quote. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. When the parlay is just too much, it's too good to be true, this is where I doubt it. So you listen to me. You take Saints money line, Detroit money line, Ravens money line, Dolphins plus 6.5. Under 14.5 for the Denver Broncos because they stink. Carolina Panther money line. And that's plus $3,489. So you put 10 on that, and you get a nice $358.85. I think this is a reliable bet. I think this is something you invest your college tuition into.
Ooh.
This is a safe
$100
parlay.
will get you $3,500.
But because we don't know, because these are our parlays, we take a moment and we pray.
We pray.
To our Father, Heavenly God, our Son. Amen.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Please pray for this parlay and let it be the one that pays. Amen.
That's the one I was looking for, All right. Are you serious? Melo's back. I'm surprised. I didn't think the Trailblazers were going to tank this early. I thought they would stick it out. This is my thing. Is this Melo's retirement tour?
I mean, the Trailblazers are 4-8. What the fuck are you doing? I mean, the Trailblazers haven't started good. Their offense hasn't been playing well. I can understand why they signed someone like Melo. But at the same time, it's like...
But is this Melo's farewell tour? This is my question.
It all depends on his play. I mean, to me, it's not that Melo can't play is what keeps him back. It's people don't want to play with Melo. Younger players don't want to play with him. Vets don't want to play with him because everybody knows he wants the ball. If you bring him in, he wants to be a starter.
Is he a starter in Portland?
Yes.
Because they made him look like he's
Grant Hill has been doing horrible.
Right.
I wouldn't say horrible. No, yeah, pretty bad. He has not been doing good.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like if
Grant Hill, I'm so stupid.
Like if
Rodney Hood, I'm sorry, I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah, not Grant Hill, Rodney Hood, very bad this year.
But my thing is like if this is his farewell tour, like my concern is like if he doesn't treat it like his farewell tour, he might not get a farewell tour.
True.
So, you know what I mean?
Wow, I didn't even think about it like that.
If he doesn't treat this like no one's guaranteeing him another year in the fucking league.
No one's really talking, dude. He did not play last year. He played what 7-9 games for the Rockets.
Yeah, but he's in shape. He looks in shape.
Yeah, he looks good, but
all these practice.
He always looks good in. Everybody looks good in videos. They're not gonna put up the clips of you fucking bricking 6 out of 10 shots. They're gonna put up the shots when you make them all. Who's a good girl? Who's a good doggo? You can't see it on screen, but there's a good doggo sitting right here. But
yeah, she wants me to take her out. You fucking bitch. Anyways,
we'll ignore you for now.
Yeah, we'll ignore you for now.
We're gonna get you outside eventually.
So yeah, I think if he doesn't treat this as his farewell tour, he might not get a farewell tour.
True.
But I do want him to play. I want him to ball out.
I don't know. I could see no matter what him being that guy who like if he doesn't like retire, he'd bounce. He would get picked up by teams here and there. I just
feel bad in best case scenario. They're a second round.
He's not that old.
No, but I just feel bad that they're a second round. Old, but yeah. They're a second round exit from the fucking NBA playoffs when it gets there. Like I think they'll be there. I think the Trailblazers will be there, but I think
they're 8 seed.
I think they get knocked out in the second round.
Dude, the fucking West is so tough this year. I don't even think they've been so good the past 2 years, but they just keep losing pieces. And
but I think if the Mavs don't pick it up, they're gonna.
What do you mean the Mavs are the 8 seed? They're 6-5. They haven't been playing bad.
They've been playing horrible. They've lost to the Knicks twice.
Yeah. That's
bad.
That's
bad.
That's 40% of their losses.
That's
it's
bad.
Early in the season. If anything, that goes to the Knicks, like playing against Porzingis, which is amazing. I gotta say, let's talk about that game for a second, dude.
The booze.
As
soon as the ball touched his hand.
Every time Porzingis touched the ball last night, the entire Knicks crowd was like boo. Which I hate the Knicks. I hate that franchise. I hate everything about them. But I will say, much respect to their fans. Because that is when you come through. When someone leaves your team in a way like Porzingis did, you boo that fucking piece of shit. Because you know me, I don't like him. I don't think he's that good. He's overrated. He can't play 4 quarters of basketball. I think he proved it last night.
Definitely
He cannot do it. He cannot do it. But no matter what, he's a scrawny bitch, piece of shit. And respect to Knicks fans for booing the shit out of him every time he touched the ball, giving him the asshole chant, giving him the works.
Yep.
As he deserves. And they lost on a fucking buzzer beater by Marcus Morris, my fucking guy. Only dude on the Knicks I like.
Here's the thing.
Respect to that game.
When the Blazers,
it was mad entertaining. I watched the whole thing last night.
When the Trailblazers play the Knicks, not going to get those boos from Melo.
No.
So the Blazers will win all those games.
Yeah.
Not because of Melo, but because the Knicks are terrible.
The Knicks are terrible.
And my point being is if the Mavs are losing right now,
they lost that game.
So my point is you made a point that Porzingis can't play 4 quarters of basketball. I don't think Porzingis can play a full year of basketball without load management properly, and I don't think they've been doing load management properly as it is right now. So are we going to say Porzingis is going to be healthy and have energy in the playoffs?
You want to know what I got to say to that?
Yeah, hit me.
Fuck Porzingis. I don't give a shit about him or the Mavericks. They're not doing shit. If they make the playoffs, they barely make it. They get knocked out in the first round. I don't care.
Okay. That's
irrelevant. Except I will say, Luka Doncic. Holy fuck, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's Trae Young. Him and Trae Young, like, I never really understood the Falcons drafting Doncic and then trading him for Trae Young, but they're both fucking phenomenal. I do still think Doncic is better. The Falcons were dumb in trading him, but they're both fucking amazing players.
The thing I've realized with NBA players that are losing their hair, they just shit so unbelievable.
Yeah, but Doncic is like, he's literally the 13th in the league in rebounding, which is fucking insane. No, I know. Trae Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying Trae Young isn't. I think Doncic is better than Trae Young.
Dude, Trae Young alone.
Doncic has like 13 triple doubles.
I'm not saying.
Which is crazy.
I'm not taking away from Doncic.
What, a year and a chip?
Yeah.
A year and like 10 games?
But do the Hawks make it that far in the playoffs?
No, they don't even make the playoffs.
So my point being that Trae Young can just literally turn a team around when he wants to.
What do you mean turn a team around? The Mavs didn't make the playoffs last year. They ain't that good. Doncic can't turn that team around. I don't even think they make the playoffs this year.
What I mean,
it's a miracle.
What I mean turn around as far as scoring. Like they can be losing a game and Trae Young can just get a hot hand.
The Falcons have drafted
the who?
The Hawks, sorry. They've drafted well. They're in the playoff hunt right now. Whoa, why did that just go?
Yeah, you know who they're going to run in? Rono.
No, fuck that. You know who's shitting? Best team in the league right now?
Celtics.
Fucking Boston Celtics? Who would have thought, bro? It wasn't me. Who would have thought? Gordon Hayward got hurt 2 games ago. And they're still fucking winning.
Because Gordon Hayward isn't that relevant.
They're playing the Warriors tonight. They're going to win that shit. They're a little tough. They're going to West Coast. It's going to be tough. They play the Kings next. I think they win that. But then they play the Suns, then the Clippers. And then I think they have to go and play the Nuggets. That's a 3-game stretch. That's a little fucking tough. But then you get a nice stretch back at home.
I just can't believe Toronto is doing it with even less weapons. Like, I mean, Kyle Lowry.
Toronto is doing it, but
Kyle Lowry's out. He's injured. But Siakam,
Kyle Lowry's slow and fat. Siakam's the man.
Siakam and Fred Van Vliet.
Killing it.
I need a Van Vliet jersey. I've been saying it since the beginning of the season. That guy has just turned his life around. Like, I want to know the day he woke up and is like, I'm going to shit in every game going forward.
Holy fuck.
Like,
oh, no, that was yesterday.
Like, I want to know when that guy woke up on that day before he started shitting indefinitely, where he was like, today's a different day. Like, what did he eat for breakfast? Did he play a lottery ticket? I need some of these secrets.
Dude, I think, though, the team that's really surprised me, not that I thought they would be bad, but they've done better than I thought, it's the Miami Heat. He's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler's been, I think he does well with that team.
Oh, for sure. And they've beaten teams. They've been winning games. They've been looking good. They've been scoring the ball. They've been playing decent defense, good transition speed. Good team overall.
Yeah.
The Bucks, I think people just don't respect them enough. They lost like 2 games early, whatever, but I'm pretty sure what are they on?
You don't know who people respect is the Sixers.
No, fuck the Sixers. The Sixers, dude, the Sixers are not as good as people thought. The Sixers started like fucking... They started out mad, so good, and they're what? Sixers are 7-4 right now. I'm pretty sure they started out like fucking 6-1. They're fucking 6-4 in their last 10. I don't even like it, bro. I don't even like it. They're not consistent. And it's what I've said about them. They don't score enough. They have all these guys who they call three-point shooters, but they're not pure three-point shooters. Yeah, Richard Jefferson is, but like Taj Gibson, Al Horford, can they hit threes? Yes. Sometimes they get hot and they'll hit a few, but like, are they going to hit threes every night over and over again? No. And that's their problem with that team. They can't play small ball. They don't really have they have like a small ball lineup in the backcourt sense, but in their front court, no, not at all. Or opposite way. In the front court, yes. In their back court, no, they don't go small ball. So I don't believe in it. Besides that, to me, what I would say, start betting. Dude, I like betting the Knicks. Even though they fucking shit on the road. Don't bet them on the road. But clearly at home, you might want to drop some money on them once in a while, especially against the Mavs. I also love betting the Falcons. I keep saying the Falcons, the Hawks. And out west, it's like 70 or the Suns have been killing it. Jazz have been killing it. The Clippers, they've been a little disappointing. What do you think, bro?
The Clippers?
What are you looking at?
I was looking at fights this weekend. Okay. The Clippers, to me, is just like they're just load managing Kawhi because they know they're going to be in that last spot.
I think, though, they're just like getting ready.
They are, because Paul George is about to come back. Yeah.
They've played 12 games without him.
So they're not trying to zap Kawhi in the beginning of the season. So I understand that.
Being the 1 seed doesn't even matter.
No, but what I'm saying is like I feel like they're doing it kind of right in the sense of like they got all of these role players that understand their roles and that they're able to play this type of basketball where no one has an ego. You know what I mean? Like they all have their egos, but they're all like, this is the role I play, and if I play, it's the Bill Belichick system. I will say, like, it's just the Bill Belichick system. Yeah. Do your job. Kawhi does his job. Hopefully fucking Paul George proves that he can do his job, because that's the only unanswered question. Pat Beverly does his job. Fucking
to me, the way I see it, you get Paul George, you're talking minimum plus 15 points a game you're getting. And
not to mention his defensive side of the ball.
That's what I was going to say. He's probably the second, maybe third best defender on your team. P-Bev's the best. Kawhi, Paul George, who's better? I'm going to take Paul George probably because he got that length. For small shooting guard. So I think once he's back, they're going to jump back up to the top. I mean, the Lakers right now are shitting. I will give that team credit. They're shitting. I thought they'd be good, but I didn't think they'd be doing this good this quickly. I didn't think that they would pull it together with all these new players and just get it. But you got to remember, they have so many vets, and that's the people who gel is vets. Because they all understand system play, and most of these players have played in decent systems.
Right.
Davis with the Pelicans, Avery Bradley, Rondo, these guys from the Celtics. You got fucking people who've been playing with the Lakers for the couple years, Kuzma, KCP, LeBron's been there. LeBron can make it work anywhere. You get these guys all together. JaVale McGee's been with the Warriors. These dudes know how to play. They know how to ball. So I think at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to those two fucking teams.
What about the Suns Raptors?
Oh, the Suns have been fucking amazing this year. I can't even believe it.
Oh, I don't think I read that like that, but yeah, the Suns.
The Suns have been looking good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by this team. Not like I think people are really surprised because they thought they would be trash again this year, which to me last year I thought they would have been better.
Right.
Like they had a lot of games where they scored a lot of points, but they played no defense and they lost close games. So I thought this year they would be better, and I thought they would be a playoff team, bubble team coming in.
Right.
I mean, right now they're around 5 seed. I think they'll fall down. They'll probably by the end of the season be like an 8 seed, maybe right outside the playoffs. Who knows? Because Minnesota's pretty fucking nasty. You know the Clippers are gonna jump up. It's like those bubble teams. I don't know. Sacramento, they've been suspect. They'll probably catch back up because they have good scoring, but at times they don't show it.
Yeah.
But right now, like, dude, the Rockets, they're fucking nice. And so are the Nuggets, and so are the Jazz. Like, the Jazz play such good defense. Everything about them, like, those teams, you can't sleep on them when it comes to the end of the season. But at the same time, I don't want to get too much into it because it's so early. You don't want to think too much about it.
But at the same time,
what I would say is, like, I would bet with the Nuggets a lot. I think this team's about to fucking catch some heat because I really think they're one of the most under-respected teams in the league. Even though they're a top team in the West, people don't talk about them like they should. That is a good fucking team. They play defense. They can score, but you do need to watch out because they have those nights where they only get like fucking 90 points.
Right.
Which is, it just happens with them. They just don't score. So.
Do you know what else you need to respect? The Sabres.
The Sabres overtime, boys. That dude.
Told you. You told me and I told you.
I told you many times, but you did tell me that night.
Down 2-1.
They were not even 2-1. They ended up being down 3-1. So it's like if you had taken
against the Hurricanes.
That's another thing. Oh, the live bet. Yeah, when you see the Sabres down a point, you gotta bet the draw. You really need to bet the draw for a fuck because it happens so much.
Thanks, Liz.
I wish a girl would slap my ass like that. But dude, the Sabres overtime, like, it happens legit once a week. So even if you like bet it here and there, like, don't bet it when they're playing good teams, but like something like when they're down, that's when we need live betting here.
Yeah.
When they're down like a point, that's really when they fucking hit it. Especially against a team like the fucking Hurricanes.
The Canes were good.
Me and Kanan were watching that, and we were both like, "Oh man, the overtime! I bet it'll hit."
But what about Tampa fucking wrecking the fucking, what is it?
Who?
Tampa wrecking fucking, what's his name?
Oh, the Rangers the other night when we were watching that? Yeah, it was fucked up. I think, too, that's another one. Tampa, they're about to blow up. That team's about to take off. I really think they're about to start murking. They're about to start mopping the floor with teams.
Yeah.
Because, like, how good they were last year, to how poorly they started this year, to me tells me they're about to pick it up. And I know, like, last year they got a lot of goals. I didn't think they were that good going into the playoffs, and they got swept early on because they really weren't that good because they're not the biggest team, but they still fucking, the way their offense attacks, scores. It just moves it. Bah, 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 bah. They don't stop. They're relentless. They keep pucks flying.
Yeah, but I think the Lightning did this last year, too, at some point, right? Where they were just, like, scoring like this, and then they just couldn't do it in the fucking
the playoffs. But we're talking, this is early in the season, so, like, I'm looking at regular season, and that, to me, tells me we start betting the Penguins. The fucking Penguins. Start betting the Lightning.
Yeah.
For sure.
Caps,
I mean, dude, think about it like this. They've won their last 3 games, and they're 6-3-1 in their last 10 games, which means that they've only lost 4 games. One of them was in overtime. They won the last 3. So I think they're about to get hot. I think they're about to start pumping. Because they're doing pretty bad.
Caps are shit pumping.
Yeah, Caps are absolutely shit pumping, which hurts me too because the Sabres were killing it, and then they do which was what we were talking about, what I was afraid they would do, recede. Yeah. They've done very bad lately. They've not been looking good. Not scoring late, giving up too many points, losing those battles on the boards.
Did the Sabres win that game when they went to overtime?
No.
No, but it did go to overtime.
They lost. Yeah, it went to overtime, which is what I tell you to bet with the Sabres. Bet their overtime. Don't bet them to win because they'll let you down.
Is that about it?
Times. I mean, I also just want, dude, the Capitals, like, this team is looking fucking nasty, and I fucking hate them. Oh, it kills me. They got probably the best point differential in the league. They're pumping. They're scoring. Same with the Islanders, too. Their goalie has been playing fucking lights out. And their defense moves the puck so well that they turn it into offensive points. Like, very few teams still do in this league.
Is the Islanders good because not only their goalie, but where they play in the Coliseum? Where just
No, I don't even think it's that. I really think it's just the way Barry Trotz is a great fucking he's a great coach. He fucking won the Caps a championship, you know what I mean? And he understands how to get into teams, like, break their funk, break their flow. You know what I'm saying? And, like, their goalie plays great fucking, you know what I mean? He's a great goaltender. And if your defense moves the puck well, gets it out of the zone, that's huge in hockey. So that's just what they do well, is they stop goals from happening, and then they transition that puck to the other side of the ice, and they score off it.
The other side of the ice.
The other side of the ice.
And the Blues?
The Blues, dude, they've been, you know, it's a crazy team because their fucking point differential ain't even that good. It's like around mediocre team level, but they're still winning games.
This is the Blues, not the Blue Jackets, right?
Yeah. This is the Blues. Yeah, Blue Jackets is the East Coast, is the West Coast. Stanley Cup champion Blues. Their goalie's playing phenomenal. Their defense is playing great. They're winning games. They're close games. They're gritty games. So that's why I would say when you see the Blues playing, take their team plus 1.5. You're not gonna get great odds, but it's good to take. And I think for right now, take Tampa Bay and the Caps and the Bruins. These are games you want to take money lines and minus 1.5 for sure, because they're gonna be winning. I really think Tampa, and I hate to say it because I fucking hate the Bruins, but I feel like they're about to go on a tear right here. I think they're about to start doing good.
They're mid-season tear.
And the Sharks.
How many teams did you leave out of this? Jesus. No, I'm just...
Most of the league. San Jose has been pretty good. They're bottom in the West, weren't they pretty good fucking team.
Weren't they pretty good last year, though?
Listen to this. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. They're on a 5-game winning streak. That means they went on a 5-game losing streak, which is crazy. It's a good team. It's early on. This is the time where you can still make good money on those teams who've been playing bad, because the odds start going against them, and this is where they pull it back together. Because the first 20 games for hockey and the first 20 games for basketball, you're just kind of figuring out where these teams are at. And this is where you start betting against the underdog, or betting with the underdogs, bet with the spreads, bet with the lines, do your thing, do what you want to do, but make it happen.
All right. I think that's what we have for them this week.
Oh, yeah. A lot of good stuff coming.
A lot of good stuff.
Basketball's been fucking great lately. I don't know about anybody else, but just watch as much basketball as you can, because it's been fucking phenomenal.
It's been great. Bet LeBron.
Great games every night.
Bet LeBron triple-doubles.
LeBron triple-doubles, Luka Doncic triple-doubles, James Harden triple-doubles, and start betting those Kemba plus 30 fucking prop bets, because without Gordon Hayward, someone's got to score the points. Or Jaylen Brown plus 20.
Shut up!
Sorry.
Combustion.